Welcome, student. Go on, pull up a chair. So, you've come seeking knowledge of the soul, have you? Excellent. I have a lesson prepared for you. Shall we say, special curriculum. Now, pay close attention. This is the alchemy of sovereignty.
Our lesson begins in a world you might just recognize. It's a place where the old myths, the big stories that once told everyone who they were, have all just crumbled into dust. The people are left completely aimless, starving for a purpose they can't seem to find. They're just adrift in a sea of spiritual static.
And so, to get away from this cold, empty feeling, what do? They huddle. Of course they do. They flock to new masters, these big collectivist ideas that promise warmth and safety. These are the false idols of our age, and believe me, they demand a heavy price, your personality, your very self.
Which brings you to a choice. On one side, you've got the comfort of the herd, what we call the stupor of agreement. You can take the bread of the state and sleep soundly, no questions asked. Or there's the other side, the wilderness, a dangerous, uncharted path where you have to confront the dragon of your own inner chaos. This, my student, is the path of the individual, and it's the path we are here to discuss.
Now, if you choose the wilderness, your journey kicks off with an act of pure destruction, an alchemical descent. You have to be willing to shatter the perfect, carefully built person you've been pretending to be.
We all wear one of these, this golden mask. It's the face of pure reason, of perfect Apollonian order. It's sophisticated, it's logical, it's flawless, and its one and only job is to hide the gaping abyss of pain and shame that's festering right underneath. It is, put simply, a beautiful lie.
But on this path, that mask, it can't hold. The pressure of the descent forces it to crack, and from those fissures, this figure emerges, the ugliest man. He is your shadow, made flesh. Every secret you've ever kept, every pain you've buried deep down, every single demon you've run from, he is all of them. And he is you.
Now listen closely. This is the most important part. You do not fight him. You don't try to defeat your shadow. That, my friend, is the surest path to ruin. No, instead, you have to do the unthinkable. You have to invite this chaos inside. You perform a mystical marriage, uniting your structured, logical self with these dark, chaotic depths. You learn to turn your own poison into an anchor.
And this is where I come in. It's my specialty, you might say, a guided tour through the abyss. I've designed a little gauntlet for you, 3 trials designed to test you, dismantle you, and in the end, reforge your very soul. This is your map, so I'd pay attention.
The path is progressive, you see. We start with the most primitive temptations, then we move to the most sophisticated, and we end with pure judgment. These are the 3 faces of the tempter you're going to meet out there in the wilderness.
First, you'll meet the Seneddle. Just think of him as your primitive id. He whispers about simple pleasures, about base desires. He uses this breath of the void to just suck the warmth right out of your soul, trying to freeze you in place. He offers you shiny toys and easy gratifications, and all he asks for in return is your potential. A cheap trade, really.
Stage 2 is far, far more insidious. I call this one the corrupted architect. It's your own intellectual ego, turned against itself. He doesn't offer you toys, he offers logic, clever arguments. He uses slick words to trap you in a circle of your own making, a place where every why you ask is just met with a cynical laugh. His goal? To trade your dynamic spirit of becoming for the heavy, leaden spirit of gravity. To convince you that trying to be anything more is utterly pointless.
And if you somehow survive that, you face the final stage, the Crimson Reaper. And let me be clear, he is not a tempter, he is a judge. Born from the violent liquefaction of your soul, he's like a cosmic superego. He uses the weaponized uncanny, that creeping terror you feel in familiar things, to strip away every last one of your illusions. He presides over the final crucible, where you are left standing utterly naked before yourself.
And it's here that the stakes become crystal clear. On this journey, you might see a figure like the Pale Criminal. Sure, he has the courage to break the laws of the herd, but he lacks the strength to own his actions, to give them that holy yeah. He can't create his own laws, and so he's crushed by his own internal judge. The architect of meaning, on the other hand, doesn't just break the old rules, he forges new ones. He becomes the master of himself.
All of this brings us to the climax, the very bottom of the abyss. After all the trials, after every illusion has been stripped away, you're brought to a point of total negation. And here, you have to make the one choice that truly, truly matters.
Can you even imagine that? A violent liquefaction of the soul. Everything you thought you were has just dissolved. You're walking a tightrope over nothingness, and the only horizon you can see is a prison of your own mind. All the external rules are gone. It's just you and the void.
And in that moment of absolute terror and absolute potential, that's when I arrive, and I offer you my crimson gift. It's a simple, binary choice, the most important one you will ever make. Will you let go and fall into the abyss, or will you choose the self?
So here are the terms. The logic of 0 is surrender. Annihilation, it's the end of the story. The logic of 1, well, that's the opposite. It's the beginning. It's the monumentally difficult task of forging a self from the ashes, of choosing to exist when existence feels like pure agony. Now, should you choose 1, a glorious transformation takes place. You stop being a victim of your own psyche. You become its master. You become a creator.
By choosing 1, you become 1. A sovereign self, an architect of meaning. You no longer need the laws of that crumbling old temple or the warmth of the huddling herd. You become your own law, your own source of heat.
You've finally achieved the ultimate state, amor fati, the love of your fate. And this isn't just passive acceptance. It's a joyous yes to everything, to the pain, the shame, the struggle, all of it. You see it not as a burden, but as the very fuel for your own creative dance through life.
And this is the final miracle of the whole journey. In the very same mud where your golden mask shattered, right where you face that ugliest man, you find something beautiful growing. You learn to create meaning from the absolute darkest parts of your own experience.
And with that, my lesson is complete. I've given you the map, the warnings, and the destination. The knowledge is now yours. The only question that remains is, will you dare to walk the path?